for Bentings. Why not?
This looks reminiscent. Give me the Beatrix.
Don't be shy, Innocent. Don't be shy.
Don't be shy.
Don't be shy.
I'm telling you guys.
Hey.
Of course,
Son of a gun. All right, we were almost there. But here's the thing. Okay, if it's not taken up, maybe it will be. Maybe it'll be banned out. But this is still good because this is a signature hero for Ben Things. Not to mention, again, the fact that I'm wondering if he will roll with the focusing mark emblem. That's how they usually like to play it. The R-Lot is going to be locked in here for Onic Philippines. We'll see exactly how this banning phase goes out. And I wouldn't be surprised if we see another marksman or a gold lane option being banned out from Onic Philippines.
I think the biggest thing I want to see for TNC, just don't pretend that you don't want Assassin. Just do it, bro. Enable King Kong on the Assassin. It's how they've been winning. Just let it happen.
Actually, you've mentioned that there's an option here for TNC to go for the Hayabi, the Hayabusa. Why not? But
there you go.
We've mentioned earlier, but they prioritized actually the Forza instead of the Beatrix. It could have been a good option here. So TNC is left with maybe Brody and even Melissa, but we haven't really seen Melissa lately on this game. It's gonna be Ruby. Interestingly enough, for both of our teams, actually, they're really effective in using this hero, you know. So Onic right now, since they banned out heroes mostly on the gold lane, could still go for that route, or maybe go for the specific hero that they don't really want to see King Kong uses.
Hanzo.
Hanzo again.
Rockhart's just waiting.
For the Hanzo, right?
He's just waiting for the moment that Hanzo is locked in again. And, you know, to see TNC just go and risk it all, basically.
Oh, look at that. They ban out the carry. I mean, I think they heard you. Elder Sister Shantz.
Yeah, she called it, right?
You
Focusing on the gold lane.
Yeah, on the first pick.
And
That's
again,
beautiful.
there's actually this thing that when we see carry in a specific lineup, nothing goes wrong with the carry in terms of the late game. You really have to do the dashes. Just only do the dashes. So this is a good option for Onic. They'd rather have the Brody for TNC. So since we are seeing crowd control bans here for TNC, they might want to go ban again the Natalia. Why not? Since they have the Forza and they will go for another marksman hero. They don't want to see those heroes being isolated. And it's going to be a Natalia ban here for TNC.
Yeah, great call. But I'm wondering if this just means that, you know, we see Onic Philippines possibly right now lock in the roam option, the Lolita, which is something that I kind of expected TNC to ban because of what happened in the previous game. Again, the CC was the problem. Like, so much crowd control was being thrown at them. They didn't have room to move or to react. And it's the same thing. You got a Fredrin, you got R-Lot, and now you got a Lolita.
Yep.
That's so much crowd control that you have to deal with if you're TNC. So, you know, again, it's very similar to the situation just based off these picks right now from game one. The big thing is, do they have an answer?
Actually, for Onic, one reason as to why they went in for this type of route in terms of drafting is because they know that we won't be seeing a DE here for the side of TNC. Okay. My mood escalated quickly with this Leslie pick actually for TNC. And there was a time actually in terms of ranked games that we saw Leslie being picked a lot. And with the changes in the current patch, Leslie has been buffed, so they really want to go for the late game or mostly when there is the specific items for Leslie here.
Yeah, just go, you know, the big damn route here with the Leslie pick if they can pull this off. And we'll see what the last pick here for Onic Philippines is.
What a big damn lineup for TNC, though.
Yeah.
That is,
unfortunately, no Hanzo.
That's all the dams.
It is. So,
except for...
Interesting, though, because it's been a while since we've seen Benedetta in the jungle, right?
That is true. Benedetta Jungle has not had a fun time. It did get picked 2 weeks ago, but did not really excel that much. I get what they do. I get what we're trying to do, though. It's better than, especially in this lineup. I think it's better than a Grok jungle, right?
Yeah.
There's a possibility actually to dive in on those back lanes of Onic, which is a good thing. But the difference is that I kind of feel like there is more strength when we see a Benedetta that will use a Petrify spell in terms of instead of the Retribution. So this is a bit tricky, and this is the first time actually that we've been seeing or we will see a Benedetta as the jungler this season.
All right.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm kind of iffy about the Benedetta pick. I actually agree with Rockhart. I'd rather see the Hanzo like locked in.
This specific lineup, right?
Yeah, with this lineup because I agree with Chantel. Like Benedetta is struggling when, especially you don't have the Petrify.
Yeah,
That's
it's
part
huge.
of.
It's huge.
It's literally like. It's almost a must to have in the hands of Benedetta. Again, you can still pull some amazing things off, and maybe that's what they're banking on, because King Kong has had that reputation to be able to do that on the jungle picks that he goes with. So again, maybe this is just putting full faith, basically, in King Kong's capabilities as a player, and then you hope that Ben thinks he's on a signature pick. He gets hooks. He's able to build the momentum and snowball here. Hesu as well is on a comfortable hero pick. The glue that has had a great performance yesterday even. So, who's to say? But the thing is based on the lineup from what we saw in the previous game, it was so much just, again, crowd control to deal with. We'll see if they have the answer for it.
And speaking of crowd control, actually, there's no option even in terms of the drafting for the side of TNC to pick Diggy to counter out those heroes because it was Franco that was prioritized in terms of sequencing. So it's going to be a bit difficult for TNC in terms of early game, but there could be an option for them having the Leslie. So this is a surprise pick, actually, and we cannot really disregard the potential, the firepower that this hero has coming into this game.
Yeah, if they're going to win this, they need to win this around 10 minutes or 12 minutes because that Arlot going to go crazy once more in the hands of Ryota. And Nets, once he gets some 5 items again, it's done.
Well, we're going to find out. We get a last look here at the lineups. And like just the previous game, Onic Philippines running with this crowd control-based lineup with TNC rather going for all the damage basically possible here. And this is going to be a time also for Leslie to shine. We've seen glimpses of her actually in the past couple of weeks and series. We'll see if Innocent can pull it off in a similar fashion, especially with Hesu here on this glue as we take a look at these XP laners. Again, XP lane, the factor that they play throughout the game here is massive, especially with these two in consideration. There it is, Ben Things playing with that focusing mark emblem. This is exactly what he likes to do. So if he's landing these hooks early on and they can convert those into kills, the momentum is going to be in favor for them.
Yep, definitely. And again, Ben Things' strength here in this league is the vision. So Kekidot actually has to counter this type of vision that he could give for TNC, and it's going to be interesting how ultra fast the laning here is going to be in terms of the XP lane. Again, XP lane has been a crucial factor with the current meta. They really have to be part of the team fight. We saw that earlier on Ryota's performance. But Onic right now, they have the tempo-making type of pause for Escalera has the firepower. They just really have to counter each other.
Looking at it, I feel like Lolita actually is a great way to... It's surprising because Lolita blocks long-range attacks.
Yeah.
Very little long-range attacks aside from the Leslie, but it can block out hooks. That's the biggest thing.
I
right?
almost forgot.
Yeah, and it can cancel the Bloody Hunt coming in from Benting, so it's a really good tool for Onic to survive this early game.
That's exactly why when the last ban was up there, and I know you mentioned the Natalia ban, Chantel, but I was literally thinking why, go with the Lolita. Yeah. Like just ban her out because you already locked in you already locked in the Franco, and you don't want to deal with the fact that you're either going to be stunned up or just pretty much blocked, right? Not only for the Franco, but now for the rest of the team too. So again, all this is just kind of considerations for both of these lineups, and at the end of the day, it comes down to how they execute it here. So we see both teams lining up. Kekadut just about to that level 4. Should be able to have it here for this actual fight. Hesu, though.
It's a really good collapse here by Onic. That's 3 people diving in on the Hesu, but again, Hesu not really in trouble here at all. Goes for the split and grabs onto Sensui. Holding on for dear life, but it's going to be Ben Finks, who is actually going to be the one who gets taken care of. But look at that, TNC. They get the turtle.
Again, a trade for the trade for both of our teams. For TNC, they got a turtle, and it is a better option for them. Again, the gold is going to be global with this type of objective. Now, speaking of gold, we could see the gold difference here. Wow. In terms of our gold winners of marksman, we have a 2K for the Leslie and a 1.3K for Nets. And when we talk about this lead, let's consider that Nets is holding the average. So it means that Innocent is really on the lead in terms of laning. It's really efficient for TNC.
Nets can't activate the Avarice.
Yeah.
He can't get near the Leslie.
He can't get near.
Because of the range.
Yeah.
Look at that already. That Berserker's Fury being picked up here.
Ouch.
Ben Thing's also planning himself up there. So, again, the plan here could be just let's try to snowball one of these lanes, one of these heroes here. And if it's Leslie, that's all going to be the better for your team. So they're still holding on to that lead they had, about that 800 to 1K gold lead. And TNC, if they can continue to play around this and possibly even secure the objectives across the board, the early turtles, that's going to work out great for them. Because right now, Nets is having a difficult time farming up. So he's got to rely on the rest of ONIC Philippines to find picks here. And that's kind of what they're looking to set up here.
Yes. And speaking of setups, actually, even for ONIC, they're a bit thinking if it's a good idea for them to go into the fortress of TNC. And TNC still holds that 1.1K gold lead. But take note that Nets already has the Demon Hunter Sword. It's very crucial if you're up against this Franco. So TNC has really to be mindful with this type of marksman that is on the late game that could really disperse your formation.
Dispersing formation. Actually, we rarely talk about formations, but that's super important, especially in lineups like this where you got to look at who's in front. Like, who is actually going to be soaking the damage, no matter how much damage Innocent has. If Gekidot is the one in front, if he has that bulwark up, it's going to be a massive difference. That Berserker's Fury can't do the damage because it's negated.
And again, going to me scratching my head, should have just banned out the Lolita.
Okay.
Because, again, the thing is that we're about 5 minutes into this as we take a little breather here. Ben Things really hasn't been able to land anything just yet.
Yep.
As we get further into the game, we get to that mid-game point. If you're not getting those early pickoffs, especially, that's the whole point for that Franco, it could end up biting you in the tail, basically. But, again, Franco is always relevant throughout the entirety of the game because it's always that one hook that could change the course of a game. But still, things for TNC, given how low action the start has been, all they have to do, secure yourself the objectives.
Yep.
And sometimes that's Ben Things sacrificing himself so they can do that, which is okay as long as they secure those things and maintain a lead and allow for the rest of the team to shine, right? And that is, right now, honestly, that's Innocent. Innocent has to get there. But yeah, that's the big thing. Like Rockhart mentioned, you can have all the items in the world on your Leslie, but if it's being blocked by the bulwark, what can you do?
It's really more on the gold conversion here for TNT. We've been discussing this a lot, regardless of how of a good laning that you had on the early game. As long as it's not really converting or you don't really have the trades in terms of the clashes, in terms of objective taking, it's really gonna be a difficult case here for TNC. Now for ONIC, I kind of feel like that they are aware that Leslie is really more on the late game as to why they're really forcing Claude here.
Yeah,
to
he's probably gonna win. Like coming into that draft, they know that Leslie's gonna win in the laning phase.
Really on the early game as to why they're giving space for the Claude. And you've mentioned nicer earlier the difference in terms of the Franco and the Lolita, and it makes me think, and it makes me wonder actually if Lolita is a better option in terms of the banning, because when we say Lolita, this is an area of effect, more on the crowd control as compared to Natalia that is really towards singling out a specific player just to be on the upper hand. So TNC a lot to process on this game, but with the laning that they have in terms of the gold lane, not impossible. Not possible. Impossible. Yeah.
It's not impossible.
Never mind.
Possible.
Never say die.
Never say die.
Well, it isn't. I mean, overall, it doesn't. Everything comes down to the fact that this could very well be one of the defining moments for TNC's mission to get to the playoffs.
Yeah,
right? Actually,
their playoff win.
That's what it is.
Their playoff run is not impossible yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, we're getting there. And I hope that's not weighing on the minds of the players right now. That's what coming into this game number 2. That's my biggest concern. How are these players feeling, knowing that, you know what, this could be their last shot at getting into playoffs? Another season where TNC is not here after their beautiful run in Season 9. I mean, the expectations for this team is pretty big.
Well, that's why I gotta say, you know, regardless of what happens, what the story ends up being this season for TNC, I would hope that they at least stay together, work on the chemistry that they can build, that they've shown.
Yes, please.
At least the
stay
end
together.
of this season, right? Stay together, work on it. Because they were one of the teams that, and it wasn't just TNC that had that deep roster to work with. They were one of the teams that took a couple weeks to get to the point where they figured out, like, okay, hey, we know what we want to play with. So again, even though, with all that said, TNC still holding a lead here. Again, it comes down to winning those key to victories, and this is, again, dancing the night away like it's your last night here.
Let's dance the night away right there under the turtle. And King Kong, he's being very consistent in taking these objectives. And this time around, TNC are also getting a bonus kill.
And at that moment, even two players of TNC are really on the lead in terms of the gold lane, having or forcing Nets rather to be out of the turret. So it's a good trade, really. Or it's a good call for TNC having that 2.7k gold lead. Right now, we could see Super Prince on the Ice Queen 1, so there's a potential for them to actually slow down the players of TNC, but King Kong is all over the place for this game. After the turtle objective went in for the top lane, so they're really giving space for Innocent on this game.
Yeah, I'm actually quite favoring this tank Benedetta right now. He has Molten Essence. He has the HP siphoning retribution. I forgot the name. Oh my god.
It's as if... Oh, wait,
look at that. Oh, that's a great dive in. Oh my god, the suppress is good though. It's really good. They're under the turret, but Benping's not going to be able to hook a Super Prince that has activated real-world manipulation.
See, it's those moments when you're like, man, I wish I had Pet.
I wish I had Pet 3.
Fine.
Yeah, that would have been huge.
That was a perfect moment.
That was the lineup moment for Benedettas, but he's like, oh yeah, I'm jungling. So, you know, doesn't have it. You can only retribution one person. But so with all that, the whole sequence, it pretty much resulted in trades, right? Onic Philippines able to at least get a turret here and work around with this space, but that's a small step in the right direction against what TNC has the lead against them.
Well, actually, for Onic, speaking of lead, definitely still in terms of golden, Innocent is on the lead versus Nets. So we might see rather the conversion here for our gold laners, as even the ultimate of the Leslie is being used
almost
for
2K.
The Vision. Actually, in terms of Vision, it's a good thing that you have the Leslie. We've been mentioning about the Vision here, so there's an edge already if you will include the Leslie on the team fight. So
ultimate snipe, it has a huge vision. Yeah.
So they will really know as to where Onic Philippines will be positioned on this turtle team fight.
Oh man, Hesu being danced around here by Onic, but he's going to be able to survive for a little bit. Reset's also going to be happening here. And I would have to say that, you know, TNC's also playing this quite conservatively. Yep. Ryota.
They're really extending it.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Now Turtle half health here. Everybody getting in positioning. They have quite a few ultimates both sides across the board.
Where's
Benping?
Fighting
for it.
Oh, we're looking for someone. It's Benping. He's way on the other side of the map. Onic didn't expect that. Ooh. They did not expect the hook from Benping. They got a free hit, and now they have the objective and maybe a kill. So we're going to be walking out, though. Yeah, close on the hook, but TNC no joy. That was good, though.
An objective after another objective, a kill, and then a turtle for TNC as to why there is a gold lead of 3.9. Ken, who mentioned earlier that TNC is a different beast when Benping uses this Franco. And when we say beast, there's a different beast as well inside the team.
King Kong's a beast.
King Kong's a beast in terms of the jungle with those electro final blows and then singling out a player from Onic Philippines. And at the same time, look at the itemization here of Innocent. After the Berserker's Fury, there's an endless battle.
Not again! I don't even have to say what happened. You guys saw it right there. It's just TNC getting a free kill with a Benping's hook rather.
Oh, hook.
Another hook.
Yep, there's it. Keep on going. That's Ensui. Easy kill. Lemon squeezy coming in from TNC, but Nets has something to say about that. You got to keep your composure if you're TNC. Here we go again. Right after that, Ryota being forced to flicker out of the Arlong.
You see that? Ben Things is on point here with the hooks.
Actually, I was prepared for my analysis prior to that hook, but I lost my thought because of Ben Things hook. And again, Ben Things, when he uses this hero, he's a different type of leader for TNC. A hook after another hook, and it actually destroys the formation of Onic Philippines here. They want to go for the split push or maybe the minion wave management, which is the strength, by the way, of Onic Philippines. But because of those hooks,
maybe
another one.
Maybe that's too much. You don't really have people around you, but maybe he bought enough time for that turret to go down. He will get taken out by Super Prince, but I think that might have been costly. That might have been cost effective, considering they got pretty good gold from that turret.
Yeah, Nets is just pushing though that whole time. You know, TNC's still holding on to a lead here, but they got to be careful, especially now that the Lord is pretty much up. You don't want to be down, you know, a member. Now, Ben Things will get here in time. King Kong just trying to buy time, dancing here with Sensui. So, still crucial here for both teams. TNC having a nice lead with itemization. We'll see how they pull it off. Lord half health here.
Majority of the players is actually dancing really the night away, as it is going to be a 4-4. Okay, the Fenrir airstrike has been used by Escalera, by the way, on the middle lane.
Oh, that's going to be damage going down here. Will they have enough to take out the hook member? Yes, they will. Ryota going down. No final strike available, actually. And there's going to be Hesu. He's riding on Sensui like there's no tomorrow. But the rest of TNC members are actually quite low. They might not be able to complete this Lord take.
Oh, that is tough. They can't actually get into the fray of things because the zone potential for Onic Philippines is definitely showing here. So Innocent trying to find his own angle if he can. Ben Things still a couple seconds away here. This might be the time for Onic Philippines to just close this one in, take the Lord. But they still got to be careful how they approach it.
TNC members are not dead, but they're very, very low in health. Innocent, he spots out some good damage on the Nets. Will be able to walk away with the ultimate snipe, though.
And the Lord has been reset, by the way. We could see a flicker here in for Hesu. So a lot of vision for both of our teams. But the Lord!
Innocent! He's the one who gets the Lord. And while that was happening, Ben Things also gets a hook, which gets them Ryota.
Okay, a lot has happened during that moment, and we actually thought that Onic will secure the Lord. But again, for TNC, they didn't disengage during that moment, and they are fully aware of the potential that this Benedetta has, having the final blow and even the eye-to-eye, and even this Sky Guardian helmet. So with this item, it is a lot more confident King Kong that we've seen, and we will see the Lord march in on the bottom lane. And look at the damage from Escalera. I kind of feel like for Escalera, if he sees nets, you're inside my nets.
Yeah. He's gonna grab him in the nets. But here's the thing. Look at the gold that has been built here for Innocent against Nets. We
massive.
Saw this early on. We saw a glimpse, a preview of it.
Basically, Innocent is one item ahead.
Yeah.
And King Kong is also one item ahead. That's massive.
Yeah, that's massive. And also in terms of the hero levels as well. So even the skill set of Onic Philippines versus TNC is... there is a lot of discrepancy. So for TNC, they're just maximizing this type of lead that they have. And the difference is that for Onic Philippines, good thing rather for Onic Philippines is that Nets isn't being brought down by TNC, but for TNC, they are aware of the placement of Onic on this moment.
Yeah, look at that Innocent, just being like a sentry, just not allowing anyone nearby. Checking these bushes, that's big.
Yeah, the vision that they can play around with, already forcing out everything that they want to. But Onic Philippines might be actually looking to press this situation here.
Oh, that's tricky, man. Onic, they are going for the kill. Nice suppress from Ben Things. The Bloody Hunt won't save him this time around. It's 4v5, and a lot of TNC members are actually quite low. This might be an opening for Onic to go for it.
Oh, even with the lead that they have, it looks like TNC is struggling in the team fight department.
Yeah, actually, in terms of team fight, the good thing for the lineup of Onic is they have the Tempo Maker. They have Super Prince's hero, which is the Eve, and once he uses that real-world manipulation, and you add that blazing to it, it's a really deadly combo for the side of Onic Philippines. Now for TNC, they really has to stop this kind of combo from Onic with the Bloody Hunt. So it's more of them calculating which is the better target for this ultimate. It's really more of the single targeting. So it's a single target versus AoE of Onic.
Yeah.
Too many good targets as well for Onic. Like, good luck. Good luck to Ben Finks singling out someone. But he's a genius. I think he's a huge genius on the roam. He's got it. I think he can do it.
He can do. I mean, he's been landing hooks here, but at the same time, at this point, right? You're at what 14 minutes in here, and as these lords continue to get taken.
Oh my goodness!
That's a perfect target here.
They're gonna get punished though here.
We were just saying that, but of course that will be punished, like Nice has said.
Okay, but they might trade. Look here.
Oh my goodness, that was a sneaky one.
All part of the plan.
That was part of the plan. It was part of the plan. All of you guys looking up top.
And again, TNC calculating the better trade. They'd rather sacrifice Ben Things than take the Lord. That's why they will be pushing the middle lane.
Numinal Blast. Escalera had the Purify. He's able to walk on out there. Hesu this time around going to be chasing on the Nets, but Nets actually quite beefy right now. They're trying to go for Hesu. He is hurting his Sensui, but Sensui does not care. Super Friends with the elimination at the end. Nets looking for a good target. Looking for an opening to go in. Just try DPS onto this Lord for now. Ben Finks is back now, and you can see the damage that that Onic was able to do while he was away.
Actually, this game is very jam-packed in terms of the skill usage for both our teams. So when there's an opportunity, they actually use that. And we can see right now, again, there's a goal lead for our marksman here onto this game. But the good thing is that we are leaning towards the mid-game. So it doesn't really matter in terms of... it's really more on the equilibrium here for this game. And TNC right now, yes, they are at a 4.1k goal lead. But for Onic, they're able to capitalize the positioning of TNC having the usage of the Numinum Blast, the real-world manipulation. By the way, Super Prince is at 404. Perfect KDA.
Yes.
That's the thing for me, is even given the lead that TNC has, it's kind of negated with the lineup that ONIC Philippines has and how things kind of interact with each other in terms of their ultimates. Sensui just kind of being the bait here. Hook not going to land, so they call it off. Again, it's more so ONIC Philippines trying to see, like, do we want to let TNC engage us or do we want to engage them because we have the tools to do both? And whereas TNC still, Innocent might be farmed up out of his mind at this point, but if Ben Things isn't landing a hook, well,
hook. Why do we always have to call it? Why? Each and every time. And it's also Kekado. There's no Numinal Blast, which could be big, but there's also no glue, no Hesu. Another one! Just like it. It's Hook City, ladies and gentlemen.
Right at that moment, we've mentioned Super Friends at 404. Why not make it 405?
I'm done. I don't want to cast this anymore. Oh my goodness. What is up?
My God!
I think there's a magnet on Ben Thing's hook that every time he uses a higher hook, there's a specific player that is stick to it.
My goodness, as soon as I said if Ben Things isn't landing the hooks, then he just goes and lands 3.
And then that's 3 points for Ben Things.
My goodness.
Someone check this guy, please. Come on.
And it's right on point. We could see that on our instant replay, of course. Another hook. And at that moment, actually, since we went in for the dash, just to back away, they didn't really want to go in for a team fight, but Ben Things, okay, I'm going to cast my iron hook. If somebody is magneted here, why not? Let's kill that.
Insane.
Oh, giving it all. They're still going to be fighting for the Lord.
It's Innocent. What?
Out of all the players.
Of all the players, no retribution. It's Innocent. It's a second Lord take with the Leslie. But look at this, Onic. They're finally done. They're fed up. They're done defending. They want to go for the attack. They take out Ben Finks.
Oh, they're going to have to push here. They got to deal with the Lord. They got 2 kills there. And yeah, it was Innocent that secured the Lord for them. But ONIC Philippines, again, they have the tools they need to assault into the base here.
Definitely, and when we say they have a kit, look at the map right now for ONIC Philippines. All of the minion waves are really flowing onto the side, and even Kekadun is there just to zone out the players of TNC.
Ain't a thing but the chicken wing. Look at that on the bottom side of the map. It feels like it's Onyx's game, but they can't really get near. Escalator some good damage with the Farsa.
Again, for Escalera, the difference here for Super Friends' hero and even Escala's hero is the burst damage that they could give in terms of team fights. So Onic Philippines, they really have to wait for the next Lord objective, or maybe be mindful of the hooks again from Ben Things. We saw the potential of these hooks, right? And it's going to be 10-11 for the score. 18 minutes into our game time, we could see already Ryota on the Hunter Strike. So we could see the formation right now as if they're walking as varsities.
Sneaky, sneaky.
Again, the hunting party of Ben Things on this Franco. Just going to be looking to see if they can set something up here around the purple buff, but it doesn't look like either team's going to fall for that. Onic Philippines still holding on. Now, that's the thing, too. Both teams have relatively good high ground defense if it comes to it, where they have to defend. They're going to be spotted out here with the sentry. Then now they're going to fight for that purple. Sensui might just try to go and grab it, as he does. So all this lining up for that next Lord in about 1 minute and 10 seconds here.
Actually quite good here. Oh, the
wow.
battle plan here being spotted out by Sensui. Beautifully done there on the real world. It's Ben Things going down. King Kong also going to be in trouble here. Ooh. He could go down. Is he going to live? Ooh. Not for long. Ryota made sure of that.
Wow. That was an aggressive play that worked out for Onic Philippines. Sensui started it all there.
Actually, for Onic Philippines, they are aware that Innocent is already mispositioned because of the aggression that they had. And why not? Let's go for that. But again, the damage here for Innocent is there. The reward manipulation has been used just for the shield, and the respect for Innocent is there now. Going back to that last team fight, Onic Philippines again. There's no way that we will give on a TNC rather the opportunity to have this damage, to go for another initiation. Why not? Catch them off guard.
Yeah.
Make sure that Innocent is in the wrong footing. But Innocent, by the way, is still at 603. A difficult target here for Onic.
I have a question. I just saw Wind of Nature on the Nets' Claw. Is that normal?
It's a good thing that Nets actually built this item because King Kong could be on
Wind Talker.
More on the movement speed, yes, because King Kong is really more on a hero that is on the dashes, even for Innocent because of the stealth mode. So that's a good thing actually for the hero of Innocent. He's not so innocent because after he deals damage, okay, that's not me, do not find me because of the sumo. But yeah, if we look at the items here for both our teams, it's very crucial for the players to actually build the immortality. So we have 2 players for TNC and even for Onic for this immortality, and we could see the Lord now. For Onic, this might be it for them, but in terms of clearing of Minion Wave, TNC has a lot of damage.
Yeah, they're going to look to pretty much match up these waves here. Again, this is the Lord marching down the bottom. Onic Philippines with a real-time win rate, 62% in favor for them. So this is now the test of fire that TNC has to deal with. Defending their base at this point in the game, 21 minutes in, quite a task ahead of them. They got to deal with this, and most likely they're going to lose 1 or 2 inhibitor turrets, if not all, if they're not careful with how they deal with it. Hook, though!
That is a long-range hook straight in the Keke, though. There's no Numen Blast available for now, with Innocent closing up that Lolita. On the bottom side, there is a Lord pushing up that might be trouble. But TNC, they're going for Sensui. Sensui's the target. Super Prince locked them out with Real World. But Hess is on the bottom side. Does he have the split? He does not. That could be a trouble, but at the end of the day, TNC did defend.
Again, TNC with his hooks from Ben Things. Welcome to the Hook City. But a good thing here for Onic is that they have the minion wave on the middle lane. Keketen is down, yes, but they could still put pressure on the lanes of TNC. But there's nothing can go wrong with his hooks from Ben Things. 179 in terms of the KDA out of 11 kills in totality for TNC. And this is the moment we're in. We could see the change also. We could see the Divine Glaive here for Super Prince. I could hear Rockhart react actually.
Yep.
Yeah, and
no more Wind Talker.
No more Wind Talker.
Yep.
Wow, Haas Claws.
He probably just picked it up to help push those waves earlier.
For the speed. Wow, that's high level.
For the speed.
Oh my god.
And at the same time, he went here for the Haas Claws actually to do more on the damage per second. The life steal actually for this item. So it's a good option here for for Nets on this game. And Nets, by the way, is still at 4-0-7. So it's a battle of our marksmen in terms of positioning.
Oh, he just picked it up again.
Again.
He just swapped it. As soon as
I want to walk fast right now.
I want to walk fast. Let's go fast. Let's go hard. All right.
As soon as we talk about it, he's like, you know what?
I will ask
hear
him
you
about
guys.
this later. I'm genuinely curious.
Yeah, you know, like the thinking there, especially with the way that they're handling this. Again, what they want to do is get in the most advantageous position for the Lord take, right? They know that technically Onic Philippines, their lineup should be able to handle this objective fight, but they haven't been able to get to Innocent. Innocent's 7-0-3, and he is popping off. So that is one of the biggest cards here for TNC. If Onic Philippines finds him, it's going to be crucial. Already avoiding that. That's a great start.
Oh, no, last Innocent!
They found him! As I just said it!
Why do I feel like there's a jinx here in the English desk as Innocent has been killed here by the side of Onic?
Wolf predicts picks. Nice who predicts events. I don't
want to say anymore.
He predicts them 3 seconds ahead.
I said as long as Innocent avoids it.
And then they kill Innocent in an instant with the conceal play. But right now it's a good thing actually for Onic, so there's a gold swing. But at this moment, 24 minutes, the gold lead doesn't really matter anymore. It's really more of the itemization. So we could see Onic Philippines trying to take this Lord, and they focus on King Kong actually just to zone out the jungler. There's no room for you to contest or try to steal this one.
They still have great defense, right? They can still defend against this. They're going to have to give up that Lord. Innocent will be up in time for that assault on the base. Again, with the way that things happened earlier, again, it was Ben Things landing a hook that avoided them from losing more turrets than they should have. So they've lost that bottom one, but Ben Things going to be setting up for a similar situation, trying to find a hook if he can keep the team alive here. Innocent's now up. Let's see how they play around this. Lord bottom side. They're going to make quick work of it too. So TNC, very crucial defense coming up as they get in position, trying to spot out exactly the angle Onic Philippines is going to be coming from. And again, a last look here at the recent real-time win rate, 77%, as now Lord makes his way bottom side.
Yep, Super Prince with 100% participation. Great hook on to Sensui, but here's the Numenal Blast. Suppress! What? All right.
Oh my God.
All right, but yeah, King Kong going to be going down in the end, and I think Onic, they're done. In that fashion, they will end TNC's run for the playoffs.
Man, oh man, you thought they were going to be able to pull it off again. Onic Philippines going to celebrate there, and it's tough to see that Cinderella